our entire nation saw horrifying images that do not reflect who we are. We know that those images painfully conjured up the worst elements of our nation's ongoing battle against systemic racism.
Yeah, that was DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas a year ago, pushing the narrative that those photos showed border agents whipping Haitian migrants. Those claims were quickly debunked, and it turns out Mayorkas knew the truth the whole time. 2.5 hours before walking out to the podium and giving you those words, he was copied on an email alerted. The photographer behind these images depicting Border Patrol agents on horseback told KTSM things are not exactly what they seem. He said he and his colleagues never saw agents whipping anyone. Here to discuss this is Daily Caller field reporter Jorge Ventura. Jorge, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on about this. What do you make of this?
You know, well, Joy, I was there that day. There was no evidence of any whipping. I even interviewed a Mexican photographer on the Mexican side who was there during the day and in that incident. And according to that Mexican photographer by the name of all-encompassing, he said he never saw any whipping or anything like that. And the big thing, Joy, was when I spoke with the Border Patrol, is they felt it was a gut punch, is what one agent mentioned to me. Yeah. Because the administration never had their back, and the public perception was that these Border Patrol agents were somehow the enemy and were white supremacists when the majority of Border Patrol agents are Hispanic. Exactly.
That's such a great point. You've been to the border many times, had drone encounters we'll talk about in a second. Elise Stefanik, the Republican conference chair and New York representative, put out this statement to Fox News Digital. The fact that he knew that was a blatant lie and smeared Border Patrol officers and then yet stood next to the President of the United States and allowed this character assassination to happen. Shame on the media, shame on the administration, and Secretary Mayorkas should absolutely resign. Those are her words. Do you feel like Secretary Mayorkas purposefully misled folks when he got out there and basically spoke and condemned this knowing there was evidence to the contrary?
Oh, absolutely, especially after Mayorkas actually knew the truth regarding the emails. And let's remember, folks, too, around this time when the Haitian migration ended up coming, I mean, Border Patrol morale it's already as its lowest as it could ever be. But that was, like I said, when one agent mentioned to me, is a huge gut punch because the media really attacked Border Patrol. And, you know, Joy, majority of those left-wing outlets that did attack Border Patrol, now that the evidence has come out that there was no evidence of whipping, they haven't come out with any type of retractions. I mean, they kept that onslaught attack on Border Patrol for a whole year, which was just a true gut punch to them because they have already been suffering during the whole border crisis. Yeah. I mean, it hasn't stopped to this day.
You know, most Americans know the border is a dangerous place. You know it firsthand. A year ago today, you had, or not today, but over a year ago, you had an encounter that was a close call for your own life. Let's take a look.
Hey, ¿para dónde van ustedes? ¿Por qué no toman? ¿De dónde son? ¿De dónde son? ¿De dónde son?
Yeah, tell us what happened there.
Yeah, Joe, what was very interesting about that spot is we were in Yuma, Arizona, which has become an extremely popular crossing point for migrants really all over the world, not just Central and South America. And that day what made it unique was that this human smuggler was actually taking cash payments right there in person, but really in the middle of between the U.S. and Mexico border, which we've never seen before. And as soon as that armed human smuggler saw that we were filming him, he threatened me. He threatened to take away my phone and shoot me. And, you know, I think my mind just went to fight or flight. Yeah. And I just ran for my life. But it really shows the realities of the border and also how brazen these armed human smugglers are, where they don't feel, you know, threatened at all to, you know, threaten a journalist on the American side. I mean, they're very brazen with this. And I mean, that little incident is what happens every single day on the southern border, which just happened to capture that moment on camera. And you know what, Joey, I saw my life kind of flash before my eyes right there, but I was kind of happy to get out of that moment and you know, to live to tell that story. And I think Americans got to see the reality of the border that day.
Hey, listen, what that video shows is obviously shows the violence at the border. It also shows how brave you and those like you are down there reporting and telling the truth, because it seems like this administration isn't so keen on letting the truth of the border come out. Jorge, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for telling your story. Obviously, I'm glad that worked out, and keep doing your job.
Thank you, Joy.